Today I'm going to present a wonderful story called The Frog Prince. Once upon a time, there was a pretty princess who lived with her father. Her father was the king of that kingdom. He manipulated this country very peacefully. When this princess was young, her mother got killed by someone. However, she lived with her father very happily. This princess used to go to the garden of the palace often because her father was busy always. That garden of the palace also was a very beautiful area. A lot of beautiful stuffs were there. The main important thing is there was a well at the middle of this garden. She loved to alone. She loved to play within this area alone. And when it was getting dark, she went back to the palace. Actually, King understood this situation, but he knew he had no time to stay with her daughter. So he decided to give her a wonderful gift. So he called one day. He called up her, "My daughter, come here." She went to the king and said, "My father." King said, "My daughter, I'm going to give you a wonderful gift. It has been given by my father. So you now I am giving you. So you should protect it as your life." That princess was very happy, and she took it and said, "My father, don't worry. I will take it and protect it as my life." Once she took it, she wanted to go back to the garden of the palace and play with it. So once, as she thought, she ran towards to the garden of the palace and started to play with it. While she was playing, at once that ball dropped out from her hand into the well. At that time, she simply could not understand what to do except crying. So she kept crying. While she was crying like this, she heard a voice from somewhere. "My princess, why are you crying?" She was afraid. She opened her eyes and looked everywhere, but no one was in the vicinity. So she asked, "Who are you?" "I am the frog of that this well." That frog replied. She looked very carefully at the well. She saw that frog. After that, she started talking. My golden ball felt my golden ball, which gave my father today, fell down into this well. I cannot take it back, so I cannot go back to and cannot go back to the palace without it. My father is called me. She's replied like that. At that time, Frog also understood she was ready to do what she is ready to do anything for this ball. She at that time, Frog said, "My princess, if you are agree with my condition, if you agree with my conditions, I can take it to back." So princess also wanted to take it back, however, so she agreed whatever the frog says. At that time, Frog started to say, "My friends, I want these are my conditions. I want to be with you always. I want to do whatever you do in the palace with you." So princess thought it's okay. It is just simple thing. So it's okay. She agreed with that conditions. So frog went into the well and took the ball back on the ball to the took the ball to the princess. Once prince took that ball, she ran towards the started to run towards the palace, for forgetting all the promises she admitted. So princess, as usually, went into the palace and she got into her room and kept that ball safely in the safe place. And she thought all the things are okay. All things are okay. So as usually, she went to the dining room and started to get her dinner with her father. While they were getting this dinner, they heard someone is yelling at the door of the dining room. The king had a doubt. King sent someone at the door and checked it who it is. That person came to king and said, "My king, it was a frog." King was surprised because he also have never seen before talking frog. So the king said, let it in." After that, frog came in, and the king asked, "Why are you, why frog? Why are you yelling at my dining room?" King said. At that time, frog replied, and frog said everything what happened at the garden of the palace. At that time, king started to say, he started to scold that princess. King said, "My daughter, we are kings. Kings. We have uh, normally is actually kings protect their promises. You should protect your promise." While he is saying like that, and he invited to that frog onto the uh, dining table, and frog started to eat the food, get the dinner in this on the same plate of the princess, which princess is princess is using. Princess was using. So after taking dinner, Princess and Frog had to go to the bedroom. So, but the princess was not willing to sleep with it. So, princess sat on a chair and thought what to do. At that time, Frog came to her and he started to speak with her. At that time, princess got angry with him and angry with it, and princess took it and throw it to the towards the wall of the palace. And frog was hit on the wall of the palace and fall down. Oh, wow, wow. At that time, princess, king said. At that time, frog replied, and frog said everything what happened at the garden of the palace. At that time, king started to say, he started to scold that princess. King said, "My daughter, we are kings. Kings. We have normally is actually kings protect their promises. You should protect your promise." While he is saying like that, and he invited to that frog onto the dining table, and frog started to eat the food, get the dinner in this on the same plate of the princess, which princess is using. Princess was using. So after taking dinner, Princess and Frog had to go to the bedroom. So, but the princess was not willing to sleep with it. So, princess sat on a chair and thought what to do. At that time, Frog came to her and he started to speak with her. At that time, princess got angry with him and angry with it, and princess took it and throw it to the towards the wall of the palace. And frog was hit on the wall of the palace and fall down. Oh, wow, wow. At that time, princess understood she made a mistake, and she ran towards the frog and took it. When she looked it, it was a dead body of the. It was a dead one. Actually, the frog was dead. But what to do? Again, the princess started to cry, and while she was crying, she kissed her. Kissed it. Once she kissed it, it at once it became a beautiful prince. Princess was afraid at that time because she simply cannot understand what is going on. After that, prince started to talk. "My princess, don't worry, don't be afraid. I am the prince of the next country." So at that time, while I was going to the jungle for the hunting, I met a witch. She put a curse on me, and as a result of it, I became a, uh frog. So until I was kissed by a princess, I had to be uh, like a frog. So you kissed me. Now I became as I am. So as I was. So he said like that. Actually, that prince also was very handsome one. So he attracted the princess' mind. towards him. So princess and prince both went to the king and said everything what happened, and the king also was happy about this incident, and he also wanted to make a connection with the next country. So he wanted to marry them both. So after marrying, they both lived for happily forever. Thank you.